Hey guys, I'm back with Teckwrap again to do another cup wrap with their new UV vinyl and also their shimmer collection. I'm going to be using this really nice black vinyl today. This one will be a surprise and a little bit of an older one from them, but this vinyl is so amazing. I love it. Really, it's silver, but it always looks like it's rainbow colored. So we're going to start off by weeding out our first layer that we want to go on the transfer tape. So I'm going to put that down here, and that's going to be the black layer. I'll grab my tweezers and just lifting up the corner here of this one. And the cool thing, great thing about Teckwrap's vinyl is that it's so easy to peel. Like, my blade cuts it like butter, so I don't have to do a lot of really hard weeding. I'm a little bit of an aggressive weeder as well. Sometimes I tug too hard, but that's why Teckwrap really is the best, because it cuts so nicely and it's really easy to pull off. Okay, so everything has been weeded out. I just realized that this is upside down. So I'm going to flip it. And we'll put it back just so we can apply our transfer tape. So we'll go ahead and apply this. And do some scrubbing. Okay, so now that we have everything on the transfer tape, we are pretty much done with this layer. I did have a random diamond down here that's not actually a part of this design, so that's okay that that kind of got messed up. But now I'm gonna go ahead and basically do the exact same thing to the other color layers in this design. So now what we're going to do is grab some parchment paper, and we will lay that over top of our second layer, and then we're going to start the actual layering process with our transfer tape. So I'm going to take my first layer here that's already on the transfer tape, place it over top. So once we have the proper placement, which I think I do now, we're going to lift up the corner, tear off a piece of parchment paper, and we're going to let the corner down to anchor our design. And we can scrub that a bit, just to make sure it's really secure. Now we're going to lift this up and wiggle the parchment paper out. Then we can kind of guide this down and just see and make sure everything is looking good, and it is. So because my design kind of goes further than my mat here, I'm just gonna put a piece of transfer tape, or parchment paper rather, so it doesn't stick to anything. Well, I scrub the rest. Once I'm done scrubbing, I'm going to remove this whole piece here. And we're going to scrub it upside down and then lift the backing off. All right, so that worked out perfectly. Piece of the backing just got stuck here, so I'm gonna take it off. So now we just have one more layer. I'm going to remove this, put it to the side, and I will start weeding my last layer. Okay, so now that I'm done weeding the third layer, I'm going to put my parchment paper over it again, take my full design here, and set it on top. And now we're going to align these together before we press it down. When we're happy with our placement, we're going to put down the corner, not too hard because we don't want our vinyl to stick to the mat, but just to secure the placement. We're going to wiggle out the parchment paper and roll this down. And then we're just going to scrub the pieces that need to come up. Perfect. We no longer need our mats and we have the full design layered on our transfer tape. So now we can begin applying to the cup. So I'll just grab my cup. And what I like to do is put my transfer tape on top of my parchment paper. And then I'm gonna cut really close around the whole design so I can line it up on my cup really easy without committing to sticking it down. Now that we are done that, we can go ahead and start lining this up on our cup. So I'm just gonna lay the cup down, put this over top, and I don't ever worry about the front until I have the back of the cup secured. So I'm just gonna flip it over and make sure everything lines up. So I'm putting these two pieces together like a puzzle. So this is gonna go like this. And everything should line up really nice. Okay. So once I think I have a really good placement, I'm going to pick a side, lift up the parchment paper, and secure it with an anchor. Then I'm just gonna stick it down. And that will hold my placement for the rest of the design. Do some scrubbing. And then I can wiggle out the parchment paper. So I can begin wrapping this around. But before I connect these two sides, I'm just gonna scrub and actually pull up the transfer tape here so they don't overlap and get stuck to each other. Once I've done that, I can go ahead and wrap this around and lay the other side. Now that we're done wrapping, let's check it out.